You know what I'm saying? Like
just like a smashing machine. Which, speaking of which,
yeah, exactly.
the next guy, keep moving. Khamzat Born Chimaev, 185 middleweight, fighting at middleweight this time. Was last time at welterweight. He's fighting against Gerald Meerschaert. Khamzat
claims to be able to make 55 too, right?
Yeah. I mean, if my translation of 70 kilos is the same as his, that would be 156, which means he could make that weight. Which, I mean, I can't imagine. I can't imagine. I can't fucking.
You know, actually, what I could imagine him and Khabib fighting in a super fight.
Bro,
that would be badass. Because Khabib's a thick 155.
Yeah, but Chimaev's a way better striker already. You can see that.
Yeah, but I'm saying I could see that being a fight that's made. Now, granted, they're teammates and friends and shit, so I don't know if they'd be down. But
I don't think they would. But Khabib's going
to
retire soon because he said he wants to retire at 30-0.
That's right. But I'll pass the torch to old boy Chimaev, man. But we've already spent so much time talking about this, but let's just.
I mean, it's a 17-second fight. There's 4 strikes thrown. There's not a lot to break down, other than Chimaev is a fucking monster. He's a problem for 170 and 185. Like, he's a problem. He is going to be a nightmare.
He's a huge problem. I mean, the thing is, everybody wants to. This is what I'm saying. Usually, these guys that come along with the rocket ship hype train, they're O'Malley, they're McGregor, they're really flashy, and risky type styles, like high risk, high reward type of gunslingers, if you will. And the thing about Chimaev, it's like he honestly kind of fights. I don't want to say a conservative game plan because he comes forward, but he always has that wrestling in his back pocket that you know what I mean?
He's like, if the fight ever gets too close to a clinch or a grappling situation, that's never a problem.
And he just has this weird strength, man. And we I don't know anybody that
he's quick, dude. When he threw that punch, he didn't pull his shoulder back. It just snapped out. Like he has legit skill and technique. The kick he threw to start was nice. Like,
just anybody that's played sports has met a guy that is like way stronger than like their body type should like allow for. Like, everybody's either had like that one small O lineman that was like the strongest, the best run blocker on the team, or the fucking, I don't know, like there's like random basketball players have this weird core strength that you just like can't coach, and just or just weird track runners that never bench press in their lives and have fucking sculpted pecs, like just weird natural athletic strength that, like, call it God-given if you want, call it hitting the genetic lottery if you want, call it whatever you want, but just certain guys have this like pound for pound.
They can just their muscles are just better. Yeah. They're more fast twitch muscle. Like, their percentage of fast twitch is just way higher.
Yeah, Chimaev, he has this. He looks strong, but he also looks skinny. It's weird. It's like he kind of has a Diaz body with the small pecs, but it's more like hard. It's like harder. The Diaz are kind of just like not. It's
dude. He looked fucking thick at 185. Like, at 70, he looks a little sucked down. At 55, I think he would look damn near dead.
Yeah. I honestly, at this point, I don't even want to see him fight 55. I'd be more interested to see him fight at 205 than 55, honestly. But he doesn't seem to have interested in that. But
I can't think of a guy that's gone in between 70 and 85. That's a 15-pound gap. I guess pretty nice. I'm very interested in that.
But I think this new generation of 170 or 170 pounders are almost all like that. Like I don't care, dude. Usman could fight at 85. I don't care. He easily could.
For sure. Covington probably couldn't.
Covington couldn't. That's a great point. Which is why I think he's a good 170. I think Covington is one of the only true 170ers. Like, I think a lot of these guys are like kind of these tweeners like Khamzat, but just without the discipline / genetics of Khamzat. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I don't know, because I think you look at Usman, man, he could fight at 185, bro.
Oh, for sure. He walks around. He said he can get up to 220 when he's fucking around.
That's what I'm saying. And then, like, Masvidal could easily fight at 85.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
He's definitely a thickie. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you're right. I think that's actually why Covington does so good at 170 is because he's a true welterweight. Like, he really
is.
He's not like somebody that got too big or too old for 155. He's not like a guy that was like a short 185er, so he decided to cut. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people end up in welterweight as like a backup plan or like a kind of like a by default.
Yeah, like a middle ground.
Yeah, and he's actually like built for welterweight.
Right, like his cut. Yeah, I bet like 165 would be like his like bottoming out cut, you know what I'm saying? So like for him to be at 170, that's probably really good for him, to be quite honest. Like what you're saying is like correct. He's probably a pure welterweight. He's not between the two divisions at all. He like belongs at 170.
That's what I'm saying, and I feel like most welterweights are kind of a round peg in a square hole type of situation, trying to make it like, you know, like if there was a 177 weight class, that's probably
180. Like if 180 was the division, they would like just stack on 5 extra pounds of muscle and just be a little more swole.
Or on the opposite end of the spectrum, you know, maybe like a guy whose ideal weight class would be like 163 in boxing, but they're like, I can't make 55, so you know, let's get it cracking at 170. I think there's a lot of tweeners in 170.
And that's what boxing has done to combat the problem we're talking about. But I hate watering it down like that. Don't do that.
I'll take UFC's method any day. I'll take some tweeners any day over having a belt every 2 fucking fights for sure.
Yeah, I think 10 to 15 pound divisions is the right way to go.
But just to kind of wrap up Chimaev Meerschaert, Chimaev was a minus 425, probably the safest minus 425 you could ever bet. Oh
my God! I mean, take it to the house.
Take it to the house.
And I did have Chimaev by KO or by finish specifically. Yeah. If you were going to bet him, I said take him by a finish.
Probably even get a better number there.
Right. Because he would have been like a minus 300.
So yeah, they fought at 185. I really wrote smash in all caps.
I wrote smash, brother.
Yeah, and he's been punched once in his last 3 fights, I believe. I think that's a real stat. Twice in 3 fights. I think he's like 190 to
196. 196 to 4 is the stat.
In his last 3 fights. 196 to 4 total strikes. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Like that's Mortal Kombat perfect, like what do they call that? Perfect flawless victory.
Flawless victories.
And one last note, he's the fastest to 3 wins by like 30 days. I think the next closest guy was like 105 days, and it was actually Johnny Walker. Coincidentally enough.
The time by which Khamzat has won the fights, like his total octagon time has to be like under 8 minutes still in 3 fights.
Definitely, yeah. But yeah, so he's won 3 fights in like 66 days. And like I said, I think the next closest second place on that record is like 105 days.
Well, you know, he fights again in 1 month against Damian Maia now, right?
It's already booked, and everybody was saying that was so out of line.
And it's like, okay,
so disrespectful.
We didn't even break it down. I just realized too. The fight starts out with the 2 guys circling around each other. Couple feints. Chimaev throws a nice kick that lands. Meerschaert starts backing up. Meerschaert looks scared, by the way. Meerschaert circles the cage, edge of the fence. Khamzat literally just lines up throws
right.
Just one right straight down the middle, sleeps him. I mean, fucking cold. Fucking cold. He lands 2 more. He lands 1-2 on the ground, realizes he's out. The ref, Mark Smith, thank God, was like saw him out from the time the first punch landed. So he was already getting in there. So 4 total strikes is what Chimaev landed. It really only took him 2. A kick and a punch. He could have walked off.
He could have walked off, but as we saw last week, it doesn't really help you when you do that. And he likes
don't do that.
Smash.
He's a savage. He's a savage.
But yeah, fastest to 3 wins. I mean, good luck, Maia. Good luck, Damian Maia. I know Schaub was saying that, like, you know, I don't care how old Maia is, he's still a problem. And
I care. I care a lot whenever a dude has power like that, and Maya has been shown to eat strikes. I think Shab was going off the presumption that Chimaev only is going to go for the Dagestani style, like wrestling, takedown, control. That's obviously not the case.
I think he'd actually rather not. Like, I think
Yeah,
that's like the harder path to travel. I think if he could just smash, I think that's the preferred method of operation. But yeah, I mean, I honestly wish UFC had like jerseys. Like, I guess they technically do those walkout shirts, but like in basketball,
like a real basketball jersey.
You can go buy your favorite player's jersey. Or like, I do my cards, and I guess there's UFC cards, but they're usually way behind, and like, I don't know, it's not as cool. But like, I want something to like support Chimaev. Like, I don't know, I don't know if he has like a t-shirts or a website. I doubt it. He doesn't strike me as that kind of guy. But
dude, I could even fuck with like a baseball jersey that just said like Chimaev and then like 185 on the back.
And the nameplate says Smash. Oh, that'd be clean.
Yeah.
That'd be clean. Maybe like some Russian like words on the front or something.
Oh,
I don't know.
Or like Dagestan and Russian on the front. That would be pretty tight.
That'd be clean, man. But yeah, man. So I guess we'll keep it pushing, even though I don't want to. I just want to make this the Khamzat Chimaev hour. But
it's the Chimaev show, dude. Did you see him on the UFC the presser for this about a week ago, press conference where he was just talking shit wildly?
Well, I remember he told Meerschaert, he's like, if I beat you, you retire.
Yeah, he was like, you retire, and Meerschaert was like, no, like said something, and he was like, okay, so if I
he said, no, do I get a wrestling trophy if I take you down? I'm like, shut up.
Yeah, if I double leg you, yeah. And then Chimaev was like, all right, so you're gonna give me a black belt when I choke you out because I'm a blue belt and you're a black belt. And Meerschaert was like, yeah, if you choke me out, I will give you a black belt.
He was like, brother, you're a black belt. How you get choked out by blue belt so many times? He was going in. And then apparently, after the fight, Chimaev wasn't like really boastful at all. He was super humble after the fight.
Did you hear about what happened between him and Kevin Holland in the hotel?
No. Well, actually, God! I heard the broadcast talk about it briefly, but they had a little conversation.
Fucking yeah, Chimaev, they're walking through the hotel and he's like carrying his bags and shit, and he sees like Kevin Holland walking through the hotel, and he stops and like tries to give him his bags and is like, yo, take these to my room, like, and tries to act like he works at the hotel. And then do you
think he like legitimately thought that, or do you think he was trying to big dick him?
I definitely think he was trying to big dick him.
Either way, it's hilarious. Like, honestly, like, and I'm sure some woke asshole out there will probably try to spin that as racist, but he's from a different country, man.
It's not even like that.
They don't even have black people in Dagestan, but like,
right.
Like, what I'm saying is, I think it's funny either way. Like, if he legit thought he was a worker, that's pretty goddamn funny.
Yeah.
I've had that happen to me. Like, you ever got fucked up and wore a red shirt to Target? It's the worst. Oh, dude, yeah, I wore like a red flannel to Target one day, and goddamn,
you fucked up huge.
Yeah, I fucked up, getting like tapped on my shoulder.
You're like, I don't work here. I don't work here. Have a card. Fuck you.
Oh man, but yeah, really fun fight. Meerschaert, I mean, Jesus Christ, dog, get it together. Have a little respect for yourself. And then
two brutal KOs in a row for Meerschaert.
Chimaev, I've been looking forward to mine. See you next month, Chimaev. Jesus Christ, they'll probably break another record for fastest to 4 wins that night. I mean, I'll be real. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I've watched every Damian Maia fight, but like
I've watched a lot of them.
I'm taking Chimaev. Like, I don't know.
Taking Chimaev 1,000 times over. He will be the bet the house